Creating a site involves first logging into your Google account, and on this site it explains the steps that you'll take, and this is going to be starting with making your site, and then on the sidebar it's going to initiate you to create the site, edit your site, add objects, insert gadgets into your site, share your site, and then trace your revision history. And this is a great tool. As you create it, it's going to involve you logging into your account. And after I've logged into my account, this is an example from mine, you'll see there's different items here, different tools you'll have within Google for you to use. If you go to More, you'll see that there's a lot here, and you go to Even More. All these are tools you have access to through your Google account. We're going to concentrate on the sites portion right here. And I'm putting these resources right here where it says Beginner's Guide Create a Site. The link that we're looking at right here is going to be somewhere, all these videos, this section of video here is going to guide you through that process. Now, this process will allow you to take these steps. I'm going to click on Create a Site, which is where we're at right now. And as we go here, there's an example of a site that I wanted to show you as this comes up from one that was made. Now, creating a site is going to take you through all these different avenues. You can do things like create a theme. Now, when you create a theme, this is a really important thing. There's a lot of options that you have. To give you an idea about what this looks like, this is our Royal Ambassador site here at church, and I didn't make any of the background on it. This was a site that was already made, a template that was there, and allows us to go through and access all these different links on the sides. You can insert pictures in. You can put details of how all this is working, and you can put different things like calendars in here and maps. How do we find this place? How do we find our church? And these are just additions that are part of this location. You can get directions, search things nearby, and also we've linked it to other websites going from here, and these are places where you can put additional links that are going to go to different places, like for our church, or if it was another business, links to outside resources there. Also, the calendar can be embedded. If you update a calendar through your Google account, it will automatically change on the calendar that's been embedded in the site. And then also, sharing things like photos and videos are nice because you can embed Picasa albums. Google has the Picasa option there, and you can share different items about events that have occurred from there. And then also, just keeping people up to date with what's there. You can subscribe to places in here, so as you make an update, other people, if they've signed up, can respond. Say if it was a business, you can do this by having a form that's been made. A Google form is another source that you can put in your site. This is just to show you all the different things that you can do as you go. So creating a site, and then you're going to edit your site. You can follow these steps through that address there, and it gives you some nice key shortcuts. For example, Control-Z, Control-Y, Control-Z there. You're not going to be able to use your mouse as much, but as you practice, using the keyboard shortcuts are going to be very helpful. And then you can put different things in there, like objects that are going to be boxes that are going to contain text. You can align the text, change the text, and then adding things in there. So if you wanted a map to your business, if you wanted to add a calendar, and this is all going to be underneath the insert portion of editing your site. So all this goes down there. And in additional, the Google Docs and Spreadsheets portion. This is a really big deal, because if you make a document through Google Docs, any change you made changes on your website. Gadgets on your site have to do with adding different elements to it, such as specific videos, news reports, finance reports, technology additions. This could be a counter, say, how many people visited my site, feedback to your site by a form. And then when you share your site, this is very important because you would want to make it however you want to. You can say anybody that looks at this can only view. If you're working with a group of people, you can add people to it that also have Gmail accounts that can edit your site. And then, who's the owner? As the owner, when you make it, you can set these revisions from there. And then, also, the look of your Google site, scrolling down here, this has to do with your theme. Okay, the theme can be changed at any time. And you want to come up with some things here, like the focus, the elasticity of being able to look at this on a mobile device, a tablet. You want to make it mobile ready, and then effortlessly to use. And these are all things that you have able to have feedback in. So walking through this process, if I wanted to make a new site, I would go into Sites, and then it's going to give me some options just to begin this process. And I want to go to Create. And it's going to give me templates that I can use, ones that I've used in the past. You're going to name your site, and that's going to be your site that will stick in time. And this is where you begin. So if we wanted to browse the gallery, if it was a business-based site, it could have business collaboration, governments, nonprofits. I'm going to click on businesses. And all these are already made templates for a site. When you're there, you'll be able to see it. Say if it was going to be a business professional site, and this is the template that you're going to be using, and this will show you what the overall site will look like as you go. And it's going to give you different options, for example, home, about, products, learn more about my products. These pages are already made for you. And you're going to be able to put different types of services there. You can change any of the text on this site. You can change pages, you can add pages, take away pages, change permissions. You can go from here about the website process. It links you back to it. And these are just all templates that are available for you to use as you create your site. So again, this link right there in the Google Doc that I'll share with you about make a Google site will have this. And I'll also have this video embedded here so you'll be able to refer back to it. And the RA site again was a template that was made, and we just used the template, and that's all under these sites. You keep them up through your Google account. So after you sign in, you'll be able to go to Sites and begin from there.